What is a mountain then, Sister Blakes? A mountain is that problem that you have. That thing that's worrying you right now. Some of you in here right now and you're worried stiff about a certain thing that's going on in your life or in your family's life, with your children, things, a bill that you need to meet. Maybe your home is in foreclosure. Maybe you're still fighting with the insurance company. You're worrying about that. But what you've got to do, you got to give it to God. And then begin to exercise your faith. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, why aren't you using your faith? God has already given it to you. Exercise it, neighbor. Exercise it, neighbor. Exercise it, neighbor. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So that mountain is anything that stands between you and God's blessings. How many of you know that God has an abundance of blessings? And they're all stored up in heaven. Hallelujah. And God is just waiting for you to claim those blessings. Hallelujah. There was a story that I read once about a man who just lived. He was a Christian and he just lived a good life. But he never had anything. He never gave, because he never exercised his faith. When he died and went to heaven, guess what? The angel took him and walked him around heaven. And he took him to a place where there were boxes stored up, all on the shelves and just stored up high. And he went to a certain area and he saw his name. And he asked the angel, he said, what is that? He said, I see my name on that. The angel told him, he said, those all the blessings that God had stored up for you that you never claimed. Hallelujah. So I'm here to tell you this morning that God has blessings in heaven that's stored up for you, but he's waiting for you to speak to your mountain. He's waiting for you to claim those blessings. Hallelujah. 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 You see, what happens in our lives is we look at the problem. We look at cancer and we say, oh, when the doctor tells us cancer, we almost break to pieces. We break to pieces. If the mortgage company calls and says, well, your note is behind and you got to get out, you break to pieces. Your children get strung out on drugs and they go to jail. You break to pieces. Hallelujah. What's happening is you looking at the problem. But God said, take your eyes off of the problem and look at me. He said, I am your solution. Take your eyes off the problem. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And begin to tell that problem how big your God is. The problem may be big, but God is what? Bigger. Hallelujah. 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 Tell your neighbor, look that neighbor straight in the eye. Say, neighbor, tell that mountain in your life that you serve a big God and your God can overpower it. Hallelujah. So what am I saying? What am I saying? I'm saying don't focus on the size of the problem. Don't focus on the size of the mountain. Hallelujah. But focus on the size of your God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. What does 1 John 4:4 says? He says, ye are of God, little children, and you have overcome them. You're already an overcomer. He didn't say in here you're going to overcome. He said what? You have overcome. So that means it has what? Already happened. It's already happened, huh? You have already overcome.